Greetings everybody, Show here, welcome to the result of Divinity Original Sin. Before I begin, there's a bit of preamble I have to make, because a large portion of the, not a large, but basically I played for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, recording in MKV video file, Matroska, because apparently that was like the best type of file possible if you wanted to record locally. Sure, it recorded nicely, I could have been able to render this video. There was only one small problem. My video renderer program was incapable of like detecting those multiple audio paths, and essentially I could have rendered the videos, but they would be completely audio deaf, like no sound at all. And then sure, I found a solution that I could have just not translated, but converted MKV files to AV, AVI, no, the more standard ones that could have been rendered with a sound. But it turns out that rendering them took like an hour or something. It vastly increased the video size to be rendered, and the rendering itself, like half an hour a video would have taken like 2 hours to render. And I decided, you know what, this is gonna take so much fucking time that I think it's easier for me just to replay the parts that I played through and the recordings that I lost and deleted myself, because I decided, you know what, playing them again would be easier. So as you can see, I'm at a save for called replay, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do several stuff. Some stuff that I did in the original run through I'm gonna ignore because they don't add anything to the story, but I will be like mentioning stuff. And now I'm obviously gonna focus on looting, because I already got the items I have like in this save file. So with that out of the way, I think we can jump right back in. Like for example, in original playthrough, I've deactivated the force field, but then I went back through a prison, and I still had to like return here to fight with King Boreas because he has this thing that will help us free the White Witch. So to save time, because I will want to go through that as quickly as possible to get through the new elements of my new like parts of the game. We're gonna start with King Boreas. Obviously playing
With this incantation, we can pass the force field that bars the way into the castle.
High time for an audience with King Boreas, I say.
The force field brims with 1,000 distant voices. The voices sound pleased, then grow distant and evanesce.
Yeah, we're gonna fight with this bastard.
There thou art! The upstart that seeketh to upset the harmony of Heimerheim! Huh! 'Tis a pity thou dost, intruder, for thou shalt spend eternity in ice, a guest in Hotel Heimerheim forever! Fairy, I have marcheth to the gallows! How they mocketh me, my brother seasons! 'Tis easy when thou hast but to wish upon a well, and the generous pit delivereth unto thee the power of chaos. The stone of stars. Strong are they, these immaculates. I, Avatar, I!
I am truly fortunate.
fleet of foot. I'm invincible. My anger burns like 1,000 suns.
Sigurd's grace.
Protected by spirits of water and ice! Disintegrating downfall.
Now thou shalt have a taste, Avatar, of the cold, dead breath of Boreas!
Precise incision.
Once that starts,
Tis I, the Summer King. Out of the way! It's Larian's turn!
I'll answer that. We are the sovereigns of the seasons, kind hero. And we thank you for saving us from our rather deranged brother, the one-time King of Winter. We overheard a crafty little imp named Gigix tell Boreas that the staff can only be destroyed where it was created. The elemental forge. Better the crackle of embers than this idiotic blustering.
Oh, cover your ears, hero! Nothing whips up a flame like a wild wind!
The elemental forge, hero. It's the only way.
dense and devil sprats, comrade. A talking staff. Burn it before its sauce tendrils start leeching your
Essentially, when you go here, you have to fight through several traps, and then you can open a pathway, like leading back here. Yeah, I did that in the original playthrough, not gonna repeat it here. Also, you can go deal with traps here, and in that portal you have another traps and like a pretty solid loot. Still, not interested in doing that again. Yeah, there was like some solutions for this gate, but for this, technically you can fight with the Guardian, which is he's here, but I fought him. It's a very tough battle, very long one. I do not want to deal with this again. I can only say that yeah, I defeated him, and then you can find this royal pendant that opens the way. If you don't want it, then
You who
just,
seek the winter treasure, prove you correct you are,
then you
and
can
freely
just,
may you enter.
Answer a question, and then you also have to deal with these traps.
Careful now! That's a trap.
Yeah, you can deal with these traps, and then you have treasure room with like also stuff like the Legend of the Were-Rats, basically like two mini quests, the Legend of Worship and the Wishing Brother. And yeah, now that we have this, this is it. We're gonna deal with looting. Here. No wait. We ought to go to the elemental forge, which is here-ish. And yeah, I remember I recorded this stuff with elemental forge. But I don't think I recorded this. Because there's like one more guy you have to save, and I did save him in my original run.
Asinine heat sack. This particular tuber is hated first. The scum. The king blamed his meanwhile when the truth came out at last.
We can't well let them shut up the one soul who might help us get into the king's treasure room.
He sounds like the sort of useful coward I'd like to have owe us a favor.
Fancy that.
Ring of fire!
Fortune favors the bold. Sow the wind and reap the whirlwind.
Creamery! Oh, that. Oh, you'll need where once you have. Well, come to think of it, I reckon if you're, then I.
are free! Ah, but this is no mortal, I see. Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark. No, like fools, we waited for him. And I am King Sewer of the Summer Kingdom of Cal. But something changed when our brother called the elemental seats to... When we arrived, however, it was a white witch. Yes, if she were an important charge, he would have most certain. Boreas penitentiaries are impregnable. As I recall, however, some years ago there was a shocking incident in which I listened closely. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave... Ah, our champion has returned. Have you yet determined how I might repay my debt? It would...
Thank the gods for our trusty shovel. The hatch.
May it lead us to the prison like we were told.
I'm dripping! Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Rainfall!
Ah! I'm dripping!
Looks like we found the prison all right. The White Witch must be around here somewhere.
If she hasn't been tortured to death in this hellhole.
Oh, what a fine specimen you are! Don't say that wretched word! How many times have read I am the 1,000th robed servant? I do not know. Boreas says it is because of this.
Archer's assault!
I pity her, this Iron Maiden. If there is any way we can put her out of her misery, we should. For it is better to die. You have an astute mind, but life is neither.
The seven grant abundance!
Destroy that Iron Maiden because of that Bloodstone. This is like weird isekai
There
guy.
must be a way out of here. I have no idea what's going on. Hell if I know. It's full of dead bodies. Well, it'd be pretty fantastic if I knew what? No.
And here we have to deal with traps again. This guy just by destroying the chests and grabbing the stuff, so no biggie.
Damnation! Not even a crack!
There she is. The White Witch. A prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery, or worse,
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice.
we'll have to
There
use
must
to
be
get
a
her
way.
out.
Source Hunter. Oh, but look at her. You find me at a loss. Quite so.
Our champion has returned. Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor.
Then in it. We best be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
I don't know how long she'll last within that ice. There must be a
There
way.
she is. The White Witch. A prisoner in ice.
I wonder what sorcery.
This is your White Witch then. But I am in your debt. And I would be remiss not to honor your request.
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to inter her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
Ikara, you're all right?
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu?
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly.
Well, what a motley crew we are. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Oh, yes, I suppose I am.
But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister and the mad Winter King. When I realized exactly where and to whom Leandra was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun's warmth again. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas. My own little sister, if you can imagine it. Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts. I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain it. It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things? The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a larger and much darker matter. A matter in which I'll dare to beg your assistance before we're through with one another. Now, that terrible night. One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Syceel's King Crab Inn. I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended itself into our dearest Rivellon. And I believe I know where we must begin. But unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzax is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter.
Hunters, you've done it! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. Rikara, now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzax.
Teleport there. Okay, not immediately.
So that's the White Witch, eh?
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit. Yet this case feels anything but
because
closed.
we still have to heal Alfie. I mean, I did.
There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent, after all.
We'll have to learn more before we can assess Ikara's true guilt in this matter.
Okay, so that was Lucula Forest, goddamn. Might have like missed a starstone maybe, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yeah, let's just deal with that escort quest and teleport to the homestead, and then.
I have no idea. Bless your heart, merely to see a bloodstone.
We have the means.
That would be the kind.
My word.
As powerful as it is sinister.
What do you say, your knightship? He's right as rain again, is Alfie. We are your knightship. Right you are.
Oh, will we ever reach Silverglen?
Everything in a single video that we need to return to Homestead and go through like the new roads we unlock. Hopefully in the same that we did previously. Even if not,
Silverglen!
that's fine.
I can see the watchtowers! We're almost there!
I remember when I finished my last playthrough, so I think in this case
Of stone!
they are quite far away. Sure, you can go there. Whoa, that's like a nice hit.
Tempests of winter's core to my aid.
Is at hand.
Yeah, you're gonna burn.
7, have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, poison and burning is like awesome combo. Yeah, you're gonna burn and you. Where is that enemy? Oh, yeah.
Away from me, fiend! Away!
Save me! Oh, do save me!
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
Silver Glen! We did it! Oh, you did it! Oh, Mara, my love! Truly, what is to become of us here?
Praise the goddess! I passed the trial!
Aha! We meet again, and well met you are. The theory is this. You are not you. I think that you carry two souls. You remember that segment of the tapestry your efforts helped to mend, don't you? It would explain a lot, wouldn't it? As luck would have it, a new portal awaits.
A second soul? Do you think it...
Why not?
Ha!
What have we here? A study?
Wonderful.
Guardians, dear guardian, but oh, in a ruptured world, when I despair, I think of you.
Good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
So bought a lot, like every mouthpiece from her.
Hail, holy light! About me, I come no spy. Which way I fly is whence thou returnest. To ask or search, I blame thee not.
I bought that.
For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set, wherein to read his wondrous works.
So that's that. I think there should be like one more thing or two more things.
There you both are. Marvelous. The Weaver's been hard at work with the thread Starstone has borne her, and a whole portion of history has been rewoven. Rejoice, my friends, rejoice!
After the war was won, the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The void was locked within, but still the question remained: who would guard the box? The two generals offered themselves. They would give up life and glory to stand sentinel. Transformed into immortal beings, they would be the void's eternal guardians. They placed the box and the guardians in the first garden, home of Astarte and of the world's most beautiful power, source. For time immemorial, the Guardians stood by the God Box, no longer human in body or in mind, but duty personified.
So that is who we were.
Demigods. Immortals.
As do I.
I salute you, my master. And that
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
thy will be.
Put air in the first place.
This place is positively brimming with a surge of storm and lightning.
As good a place as any for an air element to set up shop.
For scoundrel, so something that I very much prefer to have.
You say you will serve them. You say they have your loyalty still, despite their utter failure. Foolish creature. Chain your fate to theirs, and you are chaining it to certain downfall.
That remains to be seen. I do believe they will remember. I do believe I will serve them again despite your tricks.
Always am I the...
Da-da-da! Oh my! Oh me! Oh yes! Yes! Snort that spaghetti! Oh! Pardon! Toodaloo!
By rushing through I missed like one starstone or something because... Oh right, in the treasury, because when you get that starstone from treasury, this portal opens and we have a whole bunch of imps running around. But I think we got to the point where I can just load this